Welcome to this full guide on bandit sleeping. My name is Shoaib and I personally grew 4 inches in height from 5'4" to 5'8" as an adult, and I'm still growing taller. In this video, I'll cover everything you need to know, including how bandit sleeping works, the proper setup, the essential gear, the safety precautions, and some extra tips to maximize your high growth potential. And I'm giving you all of this valuable information completely for free. This is going to be a long video, so sit back, relax, and let's get started. First up, what is bandit sleeping? Bandit sleeping is an experimental high growth method where you attach resistance bands to your ankles while sleeping, stretching your body for 8 to 9 hours every night. The idea is that consistent, long duration traction on your bones and joints can promote microfracture healing in a lengthened state, similar to how limb lengthening surgery works, but on a much more natural scale. One of the most fascinating stories of high growth from bandit sleeping comes from Rustam Akhmetov, a retired Soviet high jumper who grew 23 centimeters in his 20s, reaching a height of 6'1" from just 5'4". Here is Rustam's story. Born in Ukraine, Rustam was drawn to high jumping after meeting a team of talented athletes in his hometown. But when he approached the coach, he was immediately rejected because of his short height. A year later, he returned and he convinced the coach to let him train. He soon hit a ceiling. His taller teammates continued progressing while he remained stuck. Despite his short parents and genetics, Rustam became obsessed with high growth. Rustam believed that high growth was a hallway with multiple doors. Most people stop at the first available door, but with patience and obsession, you can push further. His most unique method of growing taller was sleeping while tying resistance bands to his ankles to gently stretch his body overnight. After 3 years of hard work, Rustam grew 23 centimeters in his 20s. Rustam went on to become the Soviet high jump champion in 1971, and he competed in the 1972 Olympic Games. Well, that was his story. I hope that motivated you. Now let's talk about the gear you'll need for bandit sleeping. To perform this, you'll need a few essential items. Most of them are really easy to get, and you might already have some of them in your home. First up, you will need 2 pieces of ankle straps. Ankle straps prevents the resistance bands from digging into your skin. This also helps in distributing the tension evenly. It also provides a secure attachment point for prolonged use. You need to look for adjustable velcro or buckle closure for a snug fit. You can also use padded interior like foam or neoprene to prevent irritation of the skin. You must also make sure that you use heavy-duty material like nylon for durability. If you feel uncomfortable, you can also add an extra soft cloth around your ankles for added comfort. The next thing you're gonna need is 2 pieces of carabiners. This provides a strong and secure link between the bands and your ankle straps. This also allows for quick attachment and detachment. You need to look for heavy-duty metal construction. You can go for stainless steel or aluminium. This is optional, but a locking mechanism is really helpful to prevent accidental opening. The next thing you're gonna need is 2 pieces of resistance bands. This is the core of bandit sleeping. This applies gentle but consistent traction to your whole body. This helps maintain a stretched position overnight. You need to look for adjustable resistance levels like light, medium, and heavy so that you can progressively overload this resistance over time. You also need to ensure that you use high quality fabric bands that won't snap easily. Start with lower resistance and gradually increase as your body adapts to this tension. Look for a soft cotton cloth or a microfiber cloth for more breathability. You can also use foam or gel padding for extra protection. The next thing you're gonna need is a solid anchor point. This is the foundation of stability when you're doing bandit sleeping. This keeps the resistance band stable throughout the night. This also prevents sudden movement or disconnection. You need to look for a sturdy bed frame like metal or solid wood. Additionally, you can also use a wall hook if it's securely drilled into a stud. A pro tip that I would like to give is wrap a towel or padding around the sharp edges of your bed to prevent band wear and tear. Next up, let's talk about how to set up bandit sleeping. Step 1. Attach the resistance bands. Securely anchor the bands to a solid structure. Ensure that they won't slip or move unexpectedly. Step 2. Connect the carabiners to ankle straps. Attach the bands to the designated loops on each ankle strap. Ensure you get a tight tight fit with no wiggle room. Step 3. Position the ankle straps properly. Secure straps just above your feet. The tension should pull on your bones, not just on soft tissue. Step 4. Lie down and adjust the tension. Start with low tension of course and gradually increase that over time. Adjust bands so you feel a gentle stretch in your bones. If the band feels too tight, adjust them before sleeping to avoid circulation issues. Next up, let's talk about the safety precautions. This is the most important part of this video. Number 1. Listen to your body. Stop immediately if you feel pain, numbness or discomfort. Number 2. Avoid excessive tension. Start light and increase the tension gradually. Too much force can easily cause injuries. Number 3. Prioritize circulation. Check your feet and legs periodically for numbness or tingling. Number 4. Have a quick release method. Use velcro straps or multiple clips for easy removal. Number 5. Do not attempt if you have pre-existing conditions. If you have back or joint issues or pain or circulation problems, then banded sleeping is actually dangerous for you. So please take care. Next up, let's talk about tips for better results. Progressively overload the tension over time. Start light and increase the tension slowly over weeks to let your body adapt to this. Try having a stretching routine before you go to bed. Doing spinal decompression exercises beforehand enhances the effects of banded sleeping. Some useful stretches are hanging from a pull-up bar, child's pose, and cat-cow stretches. I also like the cobra stretch. The next important tip is to focus on sleep quality. Human growth hormone is released during deep sleep. If banded sleeping keeps you awake, it's counterproductive. When you're just starting out with banded sleeping, begin with 1 to 3 hours every night. Now slowly extend this duration as your body adapts to banded sleeping. Now let's talk about some final thoughts and some real talk that I want to have with you before I can leave you. Now here's the part where I'm completely transparent with you. I have tried banded sleeping myself for a couple of weeks and I saw some progress, but I had to stop because I had trouble falling asleep. I prioritize my sleep above all else when it comes to height growth. Sleep is when true recovery and human growth hormone release actually happens. The problem with banded sleeping is that it can make it harder for you to fall into a deep sleep state since your body is constantly being stretched by the resistance bands. So if you're not sleeping well enough, you're actually missing out on natural human growth hormone release that happens during deep sleep. On top of all this, I train mixed martial arts. I push my body to its utmost limits every single day in the gym. After training so hard and busting my ass, I need that proper rest and recovery at night because this would affect my performance in sparring and fights and everything. Additionally, I also suffered a knee injury from my MMA training sessions. So because of the constant pain in my knees, I struggled to get deep sleep, so I stopped doing banded sleeping completely. So I replaced banded sleeping with Maasai jumping and ankle stretching. Remember that banded sleeping is an experimental technique that has worked for some people, but it isn't guaranteed for everyone. If you try it, do it safely, track your progress, and be patient. Check out this height maxing playlist linked on screen now, which contains all the methods that I personally use to grow 4 inches in height as an adult. So click on this and I'll see you there.